Hello, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Welcome to Chris Yao Sports Pick'em Show. I am Chris Yao. Go figure. Well, this is my first edition live on YouTube. Glad you could join me. I hope that this helps you in your pick'em. As this season, I am 65 and 25 on the year. Haven't done any YouTube pickings, so the only documentation is at the af1fanzone.com. If you want to check out my picks there, that'd be great. Leading that pick'em by I think 2 games. Not doing so well on my other pick'ems, but you know, it happens. It happens. We're going to get to the games in just a moment. I do want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am, like I said, Chris Yao. I have been picking college football games for quite a while. Not very successfully, I might add, in the past. Having a pretty good year this year, so I figured, hey, why not give a little insight as to, what goes into my picks, my thought process. So we'll get right into it. I want to start with tonight's game, the Thursday Night Lights. It's going to be number 8 Cincinnati at South Florida. Both teams undefeated undefeated in the Big East and overall as well. Cincinnati's never been ranked this high. Big game for them. B.J. Daniels, quarterback for South Florida, has come in and been a superstar since the loss of Matt Grothe. Daniels, I picked him up in my fantasy football league, and he has been very, very good for me, while Colt McCoy has decided to stink this year. So, that being said, B.J. Daniels is a superstar, but he's not Tony Pike. Tony Pike could very well be a Heisman buster. Ladies and gentlemen, write this down. Tony Pike is the best quarterback not in a major conference. You say the Big East is a BCS conference. I say the WAC deserves that more than the Big East does. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but Cincinnati, they won their bowl game last year against a very good Virginia Tech football team. Should be a great matchup with South Florida being at home. It's going to be humid. It's going to be in Tampa Bay. It gets really hot and humid down there. I know I'm in Alabama. But I think Tony Pike edges this one out. Cincinnati in the win tonight on Thursday Night Lights, catching on ESPN. Now to the Big 11. Iowa having a pretty good year so far. A lot of people think they could be BCS championship game bound. I don't see that happening, but this is not going to be the week that derails that conversation. Wisconsin they're a good football team, don't get me wrong. Wisconsin is good, but their inconsistency absolutely kills this football team. Inconsistent football play will kill your football team no matter who you are. I don't care if you're USC or if you're Alabama, if you're Auburn. As you saw last week, Auburn's offense was inconsistent, couldn't get anything going, and couldn't beat Arkansas. So Iowa wins this one pretty easily, but Wisconsin can't hang in there for a little while. Now to Texas Tech at Nebraska. Texas Tech has been very good offensively over the past few years with some great quarterbacks. This year, not so much. Thought that was a great idea to pick up a couple Texas Tech wide receivers in the fantasy league. Wrong. Maybe I just didn't pick up the right ones, but they're not having the great years like they've had in the past under Mike Leach there. So I really think that this is going to be a big-time game for the boy named Sue. If you haven't heard of this guy, you need to watch this football game. Nebraska has a defensive monster on their football team. He's a monster, friends. I would not lie to you about something like that. Nebraska wins easily. Bo Pelini looking like Tom Osborne of old.